warm welcome to my beautiful niece and my friendly friend. I hope you guys in a good health and always smile. Today, I would like to share to you guys about human rights. How much should take note about human rights? Who know what the human right mean?
Don't know. I don't know. What is it?
Human rights are fundamental liberty and right that all people, regardless of their circumstance or origin, are entitled to. They guarantee that everyone is treated with respect, since they are based on the idea of the equality and decency. Human rights cover civil and political rights like freedom of speech and the right to vote. The economic, social and cultural right like the right to the education and healthcare. The human like the Universal Declaration of Human Rights (UDHR) provide a framework for this right globally. Protecting human rights is crucial for fostering justice, peace and equality. Did you know situation in this specific human right are limited or governed by law, or authorities are referred to as a limited human right? This limited may be necessary to preserve public health, prevent discrimination, safeguard national security, or preserve public safety, among other reasons. So, if we know about human rights, so we must to take note why the causing factor of limited human right. So, if you want to know, human right is about we human, we live as a human. So this topic you may to take note because you live as a human, not as animal or something else. So the first causing factor is abuse of power. So if someone who has a power, they will control our life, because we can do anything if someone who have power in the country to manage the country, because we just normal people, and the power and the who has control of the country will be manage our country. So this limited human right will be save us from this auditories. So first, abuse of power. Auditories who misuse their power of personal or group interest often violate human rights. This include abuse by government, police or other instruction that are supposed to protect the people. So just like I say, abuse of power is about the who has a control of our country. So if they will manage with their responsibility, so if they are not responsibility, they will manage the country for themselves, not for we who has life in the country. So in this picture, we can see the power, who has control on the country, not responsibility to manage the country. So this will affect to normal people like us. Second factor of human rights is conflict and war. During conflict or war, human rights are often disregarded. In such situation, basic right like the right to life, education and freedom of speech frequently treated. In the country who has a war, so this war will be affected to the normal people who has not joined the war. So when the war happen in their country, so the normal people who not join the war will be affected by the war. So their freedom, education, not okay. We just answer. So not just like us. Now we can live as a normal human. You can go to school, you can get your education, you can sleep properly. But in the country where there's a war, the freedom not like us, because they must face the war. Discrimination based on religion, race, gender or sexual orientation can also lead to human rights violation. Minority group often become victim of the oppression and the right infringement. So if we talk about discrimination, it must be a smallest group not same like another group. So this group will be attacked by people around them. So you know the discrimination is about the no respect. People no respect to another. So if we have no respect with another about their religion, race, gender or sexual orientation, we will be discrimination with them. So if you know in Malaysia, this easily happen between your race, between your religion, but for the sexual orientation not normally, but it has. So for the sexual orientation not in our country, but in another country, between male and female has a different human right, because in the country human can do male can do anything, but for the female has a limited human right, because the reason is about sexual orientation. So if you born as a female, you cannot freedom like a male.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yes.
Did you think genocide is one of human rights?
To me, genocide has related to human rights, because genocide is not between two groups. This is just one group attack the one group. The one group is easy to explain. Is the one group is a victim. They not fight back what the terrorists before the group. Simple two group A and group B. Group B is terrorist and the group A is a victim. So genocide is not the war between of two group. Now genocide is just the one group attack the one group. So just one group is not cannot fight back of the some reason. So as we must to know different the war of the genocide. The genocide is not good, as we know. In this situation, we know the Palestine has been a genocide. So we as a supporter, we must do a boycott, because we do not have a power to fight back the Israelis. Okay, after that is a lack of justice. Lack of justice is not to different with abuse of power, because lack of justice, a weak of corrupt justice system, can lead to the human right violation. When individuals do not receive fair legal protection. they are more vulnerable to oppression and discrimination. So, if the one country, who have lead the country, do not have a responsibility, lack of justice will be happen to the country, because we take a easy example. We take a prime minister. As we know, prime minister is the lead of the country who has control the management of the country. Everyone in the country must to hear what the prime minister say. So if the prime minister control the country with no responsibility just of his life, limiting human right will be there because of the not responsibility of prime minister. Okay. So this is an example of basic human right. This is so basic to we as a human to take note, because this example is happen to our country. Right to work and fair wage. People have the right to choose their employment friendly and to be paid fairly for their work. So we as a human, we have our choice to choose what the work we want to do. So the prime minister or anyone else cannot force us to do a work that we cannot do that. So if we do we work to the someone, we need to pay fairly what we work for another. So this is simple because we know foreigner is many in our country. So when the foreigner come, our government will choose foreigner to work to our country because the payment is not too high if we pay them for work. Second, as right to fair trade. Everyone is entitled to be a fair and public hearing by an independent and impartial tribunal. Okay, so this is about someone who want to say something about their opinion. So for the normal human that is that no power, so another will not hear what we say because we are just a normal human and we did not have a control to our country. So these are if someone want to share what their opinion, their opinion to the country, the government need to hear or need to take note what the speech of the us to the country because we like because the daily routine of we as a human did not same with the who has the control of the government. So we just focus to our life, just small of group in our life. So freedom is about us to live in the country, not the prime minister or someone else. That is a right to privacy. Individuals have the right to their personal information and life being protected from interference. So now we know. Now we have Instagram, TikTok, and LTS. So sometimes the TikTok, IG, or another app need the information about us. So when we give our personal information, the company cannot give our information to another because there is right to privacy of ourselves. Okay. Second, we go to lack of justice. People have the right to practice, change, or not follow any religion without persecution. So, we know in our country, Islam is the main religion. So, if we have a friend who are non-Muslim, we cannot force him to join our religion. So, it is his we must to respect what he want to choose. He want to be Islam or Christian or anything else. We must to respect what he choose for his life. Right to education. Everyone has the right to access education and knowledge. In our country, a right to education is not to give much trouble because we are in our country. Education is government give education free to everyone. So, if we say about education, everyone can choose. They want to get education or not, because the government give the free education to all of us. Economic and social reform. Addressing root cause like poverty, inequality, and lack of access to education or healthcare can reduce the vulnerabilities that lead to the right valuation. So for the social reform, we know in our country, social reform is the one important, the one of really important to take note. After that, free and independent media. A free press is essential in exposing human rights violations. Government should ensure that journalists and media outlets can operate without fear of censorship or retaliation. Because if we know media has one power to viral the one thing. So if government need not to government need to do what we say to all of us today. So if we have an opinion, we can just share about it. Ensure an accountability. Government and instruction must hold perpetrators accountable for human rights abuse. Independent Count and Human Rights Commission should investigate abuse and ensure justice for victims. Promote education and awareness. Education people about their right and responsibility is crucial. Human rights education in school. Communities and workplace can empower individuals to recognize violation and stand up against them. Legal frameworks. Government should create and enforce strong laws that protect human rights. These include aligning national law with international human rights standards and ensuring the law are applied fairly to all citizens. So, for the conclusion about the limited human rights is, to sum up, human rights are critical to guaranteeing everyone equality, justice, and dignity. They enable people to live freely and completely, and provide the framework for society that are peaceful. It is our shared duty to uphold and define the right in the order to create a more fair and just society. That's all from me.
Question? Okay, I have a question. How can wait, how can education help people understand human rights?
We need to know human right is knowledge that we learn. Not just you born you can know about human right now. So this topic you need to learn. So if someone had education properly, so when they go to school, the teacher will be explain about the human right, because human right, we need to know human right because we live as a human.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions? More questions? No. So you addressed quite a lot of topics regarding human rights. So personally, in your opinion, for example, LGBTQ is also part of human rights, right? So do you think in our country it should be allowed in the name of human rights, or do you have like a different opinion? Sexual orientation, preference in terms of relationship, same-sex, cross, bisexual. What's your opinion on that?
To my opinion about LGBT in our country, maybe in another country, LGBT is their choice, so they can LGBT in the country. But in our country, we need to know the main religion in our country is Islam. So in Islam, LGBT is not allowed, and Tuhan said in the Al-Quran. So the cross-sexual is not allowed. Between male and male, female and female is not okay, because we live as a Islamic people, so we learn this LGBT is haram. So this opinion we cannot take to ourselves, because the LGBT will affect to our generation.
Okay, so I have a follow-up question to that, because it is true that we are a Muslim majority country and Islam is our official religion, but we also have non-Muslims, right? So in your opinion, is it because we are a Muslim country, so even though they are non-Muslims, they are also not allowed to participate in LGBTQ?
To me, if you live in some country, you must to follow the rule of the country. If the country is not allow LGBT, you can go to another country who had allowed the LGBT. If you cannot accept in Malaysia, we cannot have a LGBT, you just can go out.
This is not really a question, but I really want to know your opinion. So because you see, if you don't like the rules in our country, you should go to another country. So what happens in France is they are very much against wearing hijab and burqa. So does that mean, by your logic, Muslims in France, if they don't like the rules there, they should move to another country?
To me, in this situation, parent or the teacher need to take an action, because if we want, we cannot just say to our parent, Mom, I did not want to wear hijab. So the process of someone Muslim to wear hijab is the education when they're child. So if the parent ignore about this, about Islam, and teach their son properly, as a Muslim, we can follow up the Islamic rules that Muslimat need to wear hijab.